Help. I'm meeting my friends. I'm a 14-year-old man and I'm suffering from lycanthropy. Basically, I randomly get attacks of extreme hunger and I must eat the closest thing that my feral instinct finds edible. When I was a child, it wasn't a problem, because I was eating only proper food. I once ate our cat, but my mother thought it was taken by the tornado that just crossed the area, so I went away with that. But recently it went beyond control. I started growing at insane rate. 2 years ago I was 150 centimeters and 55 kilograms, and now I'm 215 centimeters and 220 kilograms. And as soon as I became much larger than my peers, the problem started to surface. At first, I ate my classmate in the middle of an English class. I just started feeling so hungry that I couldn't follow the teacher, despite of the fact that I'd had my lunch. And after a moment I had no choice, I had to eat. I jumped on the closest classmate and just started biting and eating him. The entire class including the teacher tried to get me away from him, but it was impossible, in human strength. Once I became myself again, there was blood everywhere, I was sick to full stomach, and what remained of my classmate? I don't want to talk about that. About half an hour later a policeman showed up. He took me to his car and drove me to my parents. After that, I ate maybe a dozen of people. It's like, one moment I'm completely fine, and the next moment I'm feeling extreme hunger and just must eat. And what comes next, I find myself plucking and eating raw meat from something red. I remember it well, but when it happens, I can't even identify what, or who, is that. It's just food and I need it badly. Then I become myself again and realize what I've just done. I was taken to a psych ward, and they tried a lot of drugs, but none of them worked. I was indeed much calmer when being myself, even apathic, but once the hunger kicked in, I just attacked and ate whoever was nearby. I ate a doctor and 3 nurses, and then I was set free. They said they cured me, but in reality, they just were afraid of being eaten. They tried bear gas, but I did more bad than good. I was blinded so I couldn't use the shreds of control. I just ate the first thing that smelled like a living creature. After I was handed to my parents, they tried many methods, and found one that worked. If I had some food nearby, I'd jump on that food and eat it instead of a person or pet. So, for over a year, I always kept some food around, and ate a lot of it. I was gaining weight like crazy. Quickly I crossed the BMI threshold of 40, which makes me monstrously obese. I continued a relatively normal life, and even found a girlfriend. She really liked me, and I confessed to her about my problem. But one day she recommended me to try to lose weight by not having any food around me I could eat. Result, I don't have a girlfriend. I mean, I still have her, all over my body, and she'll greatly boost the strength of my muscles next time I neigh.
Never told anyone. So I never told anyone this, but I can see people, or it's not as simple as bright and dark. It's more like I know what they're feeling and I'm not how to explain it than to type it out. So I've always had this since I was a child. I was always aware of my surroundings, like I could tell the difference in each space I was in growing up, like I could sense things. Probably why I was dubbed back in the day the weird kid. But anyways, back to the story. So there was one time where I could have sworn up and down this person was real, but no one, and I mean no one, saw anyone with me, so my friends thought I was crazy. I think either 6 or 8 at the time, where I saw a woman in white with the same aura around, talking to her to see if she was okay cause she seemed in distress. The women looked confused and I quote, "You can see me?" I said, "Of course I can, you're right in front of me." I looked away for a second and she was gone, and my friends asked me who I was talking to. I didn't have an answer for them. My dumbass classmates, 8th grade, stole beer, condoms, vandalized a Kroger, and now if they don't confess they get a $500 fine, expulsion, and up to a year in juvie since the store manager has them on camera. Developing story, not much info. So basically, there was this confirmation retreat lock-in that the people in confirmation class were required to go to. I go to a Catholic school, and they snuck out to go to a Kroger in the middle of the night, I guess to get snacks and hang out, although Kroger seems like a pretty fucking boring place to hang out. I'd why they did that. Kroger was at least half a mile away from the lock-in, so it's a pretty long walk. Anyway, during that time, they stole some beer, knocked down TV displays and food items, and bought some condoms, using cash, at the self-checkout. They weren't even planning to have sex. I'd quite hear if they were buying condoms. None of them have confessed yet though, And the confessions were due by 3 o'clock today, so they are absolutely fucked. The time I accidentally stumbled upon a secret underground society while on vacation. I was on vacation in a small town in Europe when I decided to take a solo hike through the countryside. It was a beautiful day and I was enjoying the peace and quiet. As I was hiking, I came across a small cave in the side of a cliff. It was hidden behind some bushes, so I doubt many people had discovered it before. I was curious, so I decided to explore. To my surprise, the cave led to a series of tunnels that seemed to go on for miles. As I followed the tunnels, I started to hear faint noises in the distance. It sounded like a party or some kind of gathering. I followed the noise until I came to a large, underground chamber. It was filled with people, all dressed in elaborate costumes and masks. They were dancing and celebrating, and there was a sense of excitement in the air. It was then that I realized I had stumbled upon a secret underground society. I was both terrified and fascinated by what I was seeing. I quickly turned around and made my way back to the entrance, not wanting to risk getting caught. To this day, I have no idea who these people were or what they were celebrating. It was a strange and unforgettable experience that I'll never forget. I might have schizophrenia. I will get it checked out. It's 1:19 where I live and I am hearing a lot on shit going on right now. I am hearing reality show laughter tracks, footsteps, and guitars being played in a clam-like manner. I am talking to a few friends that have schizophrenia and they said those are signs of schizophrenia, but I don't know because earlier tonight I had something or someone throw something at me like a small rubber toy dino that kids would get. And before that my door opened rather quickly and small crack like if someone was trying to see if I was in my room or not. Not forwarded to now. It's 1:25 and I am now hearing murmurs and heavy light then heavy footsteps. I probably won't get any sleep tonight. Update: this morning I told my dad what's up and he said it's not schizophrenia, which I disagree with because I found some notes in my backpack and I showed a friend. He said they look schizophrenic and I do have pictures of the pages. It's in my handwriting or a few words are, but the rest are hard to make out. And at this point I hope it's not schizophrenia because it skips a generation in my family. Now to keep everyone up to date, my mom said that if it gets worse she will take me to the doctor to see what's wrong. And I am hearing a lot of shit going on, and while I was sitting on my chair my hair started flashing white and blue. My friend is a little worried at this point. He thinks I should get the check out sooner because yesterday I heard lots of fucking whispering and it didn't matter where I was. And that's all for today. I will try to keep you guys updated on what's going on because I am starting to lose some bits of memory of what happened and what I done.